We had always gone to Michigan as a kid. That's how I got my appreciation of nature, was on the Great Lakes. It was sort of just part of the family plan to come up here and gather around for a holiday or for definitely sometime in the summer. And it just was starting to get really tight. Everybody wanted to come up and be here. So over time, we conceived of this idea of like, okay, the family can get a gathering place for everybody, and what does everybody want? And if we do this, will everybody come?
She has this very generational view of this property. So we had to make sure that what we were putting on paper schematically, aligned with her family today, but also her family 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and beyond. The approach for those guest suites was really to reflect the place that they are. Leather hardware that was carefully stitched. We had these knurled steel handles on the drawers. It all was meant to tie back into the site, the place.
So people come here and they feel they're back to nature, they can relax. It's a sort of a zone of peace for all our extended family. As a working person and as a mother and as an older person, I've come to realize that my space is my artistic statement. Every little tchotchke around this house has a story and a history of who we are as a family.
We felt like part of the job of this lower level is to kind of show off Jeff and Jody in their own personal style too.
I did photography when I was young, and then I got back into sculpture and welding in my 40s.
In all of the doors, in the back bar and in the movie area, they're perforated steel. We have that zinc countertop, which is a living finish. So the more it gets used, the more beautiful it becomes, which we thought was such a nod to Jody again, and her background as a sculptor and metal worker. She always had this thought of having some sort of family logo or crest. Brittany Vogt, one of our design coordinators, came up with this logo, and by the end of the project, we repeated it on all sorts of different things throughout the property.
And so one of my big things is trusting artists and designers with their professional skill. So I wanted to make sure that it was wide open.
What we did was create this built-in bookcase with these beautiful floating shelves. They're supported by this internal steel structure. They're very elegant. They wrap around this outside corner. But what you don't know is when you kind of pull the outside corner, it opens up and it reveals this navigator's nook.
Back to this idea of 7 generations ahead. I may not see that, but my grandchildren or my nieces and nephews would. When you do go back to Chicago or you go back to other space and you come back up here and you open that front door, and this physical space, you literally feel your body just relax. I attribute it to the space itself and to the importance of architecture and what that does to you on a cellular level. You can't always articulate it, but you feel it.
We want this to be an experience for everybody that comes here, and we want it to be memorable. When you come home, that is it. That is your sanctuary. That is where you come together with the people that are most important to you. And if you can really enhance that experience, that really shows what a success it was as a project.